but it's a powerful kriya. It's very intense. Continue with the breath, eyes focused. Doing skids. We're talking skids today. Good morning. How are we? Hope we are all good. I am getting my hair done today as it needs it because the roots are going quite crazy. And also I want to share with you this week about sleep, getting lots of sleep. So we're going to be doing a bit of a meditation, and I'm going to be talking to you all about sleep and menopause, and because sleep's a weird thing once you hit menopause, is it not? You know what I mean. But as I've also got to go to the hairdressers and stuff, I thought I'd take you with me today. But I also wanted to have a little bit of a catch up about life in general, really. We're currently on school holidays, which means I get a little bit more time at home, which is lovely. But then you fill it, don't you? And I'm filling it with garden stuff. Love being in my garden. Making it nice, because I love being outside. And we've got a north-facing garden, so it doesn't get all that much sun down by the house, but it goes back quite far. And we've got quite a lot of sun up there. But what we've done is we've left the top to kind of re-wild. Oh my God, it's so wild up there. It's just crazy. And we're sort of leaving that for the... Part of it is doing our bit for conservation and helping wildlife, and the other bit is just that it's just too much of a garden for us to try and manage alone. So so we've got a bit of rewilding going on, but it's been lovely. I've been able to paint the shed. Is it today or is it tomorrow? I've got some plants arriving, and the trellis planter, which I'm very, excuse me burping, I'm very excited about. If that arrives today, you'll get to see it. Great North Run training. Oh my God. So I knew it was going to be difficult. I didn't deny the fact that I'm a runner. I have to say that. I am a runner. But I was a sprinter. So when I do like the speed run trains, I love those. So you're running fast for a couple of minutes, then you're recovering, and then you're running fast again, then you're recovering. But this endurance, this running and running and running for miles and miles and miles, it's not happening. It's not happening. My body's not happy with it. But also I've had to go for physio because my back has been really bad. And it turned out it was where your pelvis joined your spine. On my right side was really stiff and fused. Like my pelvis would glide out on this side, but this side it would be like really juddery. So I've got some exercises to do. Apparently it's because my glutes are really weak. And I'm like, oh my goodness, how can my glutes be weak? I'm a yoga teacher. I walk every day. I do loads. Why are my glutes weak? Is that a problem? But apparently, I spoke to one of the PTs at the gym about it, and she said it's quite common because the glutes have to be really targeted, because if they're weak, the hamstrings just take over. So if you're walking and your glutes are weak, your hamstrings will just do the work for you, and your calves will do the work, which is probably why my calves ache too. You have to actually really target your glutes to make them strong. And a lot of women don't, for fear of having a big bum. I would rather have a big bum and be healthy and comfortable and strong. So I've got some glute work to do, building those back up. But the running is less painful. Since I've been working on my glutes, the running is less painful. The back's feeling a bit better. It sometimes twinges a little bit actually when I'm walking Rory. And he doesn't pull because I have him on the halty now to protect my back. But it's definitely feeling a lot better. But I am concerned because... Am I concerned? No, because I'm going to complete it. I will complete this half marathon. even if I walk the entire thing, which is looking more and more likely. But I don't want to be last. I mean, could you imagine them clearing away the barriers as I walk along? So I'm not allowed to run any further than 5k at the moment anyway, whilst my back repairs. But also I did 5k the other day, and again, the heavy leg thing, I just couldn't move them. So I had to walk a little bit of it. I still did it in like 40 minutes. So what's that going to be? 120, 240. That's going to be a half marathon of over 2.5 hours. And that's okay. I think I did it in 2 hours, 45 minutes the first time I did it, and 2.5 the second time. So, and also the crowd will always they'll help you, they'll get you round. But it's a worry, isn't it? I'm a lot older now. I've literally got, it's a month tomorrow. Today is the 12th of August, solar eclipse day. And the race is on the 13th of September. So that's what I have. Less than 5 weeks now. Woo-hoo-hoo. Also Monday was the anniversary of my nan passing. It's gone so quickly. That year just flown by. It's really weird when you lose somebody, isn't it? Me and my nan were so similar, really similar. Some days I miss her more than others. I mean, she was 93 and she didn't have the quality, she had an amazing life. And then her last sort of 5 years, I don't think she left her house. So she didn't really have much of a life going on at the end. So it was a release for her. It was a release for her, and it was a release for my mum, because mum was caring for her. So it was absolutely the right thing to happen and the best thing to happen. And we all know that life is not forever. We know that people leave us, and I had a lot of years with her and a lot of wonderful times. But there are some days when I just feel like I wish she was here again and I could talk to her. She came and sat with me because I meditate, as you well know. And sometimes when I meditate, I get visited by my ancestors. And I was at a spiritualist centre on Sunday, and we did this healing meditation where we sat down on a beach, and she sat with me. And then, because we're on a beach, and she was in Cornwall, so she loved the beach. And she came and sat with me, which was really lovely. So I do still see her. Sometimes I smell her. It's so funny, isn't it? And then last night I was in a pub with my niece and my son and my nephew and that, and we were talking about her funeral weekend, which I can honestly say was probably one of the best weekends of my life. All of the family were together in my favourite place. We were all down in Cornwall, and we didn't even really go out. We'd spent so much time just at her house all together, playing games, chatting, laughing, reminiscing. It was just a sad but beautiful time, really beautiful. I know that we're sort of thinking about, we'd love to all go down to Newquay again and have this whole weekend, but it will never be the same. It will never be that weekend that we all had together, that we will all remember forever. So today, I am obviously filming this. We're going to do a little bit about, oh my God, that has gone awful. We're going to do a bit about, I'm going to help you with sleep. So sleep in the menopause, it's tricky. You need to take magnesium. And I'm going to talk a bit more about this in a bit, and we're going to do a meditation to help as well before sleep. But having a cool bedroom is vital. Well, I say cool. Yeah, I mean, I've been sleeping with a fan on. It makes the world of difference. I would find that I would fall asleep for 20 minutes, half an hour, then wake up and then be awake for hours. And your mind starts to go. And even me, with all of the training that I've got, all of the tools that I've got, all of the yoga nidra, I would still spend hours awake. First thing you want to do is really accept that this is a stage you're in. And I know that's really hard when you've got to get up in the morning and you've got things to do and places to be, and you want to be alert and awake and feeling good and not looking like you've not slept at all, which is how you're going to look, isn't it? Many little things that you can do. One of the ones is doing your own yoga nidra. So some deep breaths, breathing deeply. Just going to let this thing go past the house. So I would start by doing some really slow deep breaths and breathing all the way down into your toes. Really try and focus, really be present, be very, very aware. The second is to do a yoga nidra. So to do that, you're going to take your awareness around your body. So you can do it in a couple of ways. You can start like at a thumb, and you bring your awareness to your thumb, then your finger, next finger. So through the fingers, through the hands, wrist, elbow, shoulder. Now you can do this and you can do it all down one side, and then you do the other, then you do the whole body. And if you really focus, you'll often find that you won't get to the whole body. You fall asleep somewhere around the waist. If you're not confident in guiding yourself through that, then get Insight Timer, get on YouTube, put a meditation on and listen. Let the sound waves carry away. They give your mind something to do. They give your mind something to hook on. So get some headphones. I know it's not great to pick up your phone in the middle of the night, but needs must. Yeah, this is what you got to do if you need to sleep. So I would highly advise you, if you're really struggling, is to put on a meditation or put on a yoga nidra, a relaxation, or some sound waves, some music, some of that like theta sound bites. And that will really help you. Okay, so these are things that you can do in the middle of the night when you wake up. Later on, we'll talk a little bit more about leading up to getting you into bed and how those things can help you. One of the non-negotiables with me is these walks I get in the morning, and I used to do this even before we had Rory. I would put on a podcast, or I would just go out for half an hour and just, no matter the weather, and just get outside and get in nature, get proper sunlight into my eyes, because I get sad. I get seasonal affective disorder during the winter months. So I get as much daylight as I can during the summer, and it's an absolute non-negotiable, getting outside. the curtains closed a lot up here because it's so hot. It does make it a bit dark. This heat wave, as gorgeous as it is, because I love the heat, it makes my house quite warm. We don't have air conditioning. I'm saying if we're going to start having these hot summers, aircon might need to be the thing. And just found on my doorstep, we've had our dog food delivered today. We have raw food for Rory, and they just left it on the doorstep. Raw meat in this heat. Oh, I'm a poet. Struggling to fit all of the dog food and my vodka in the freezer. So I think the only thing is to drink more vodka. It looks like a lot, but it actually is quite easy to just do. Okay, so I know this looks crazy. It looks like there's a lot, I know, but it's all important. Right. So I always like to have a green juice. I'm hoping you can see this happening. Right. So we put diatomaceous earth, big spoonful. And creatine. I really don't want that in the shot. Okay. So these are both supposed to be flavourless, but tastes a little bit like soil, but oh good. Get that done first because it's the least nice tasting one. All right then. Oh, need to redo these today. Okay, so collagen, magnesium. This is iron, but it's an iron complex, an iron energy complex. It's got iron, vitamin B12, and lysine. Fights fatigue, and supports your immune system and your cognition. So that's my new iron tablet. Vitamin D, ginseng, starflower oil, vitamin E. Then all backed up with an immune system gummy. Vitamin C, zinc, and elderberry extract. Yum, yum. So I have received this protein powder from Earth Champ. It's vegan protein powder, and it says their mission is to help you live your best life in balance with nature. This product is high in protein, high in fiber, high in iron, high in magnesium, high in zinc, potassium, vitamin D, vitamin B12, vitamin B6. It's a multi-source of protein, no added sugar, salt, gluten, dairy, gums, or sugar alcohols. And they donate 10% of their packaging costs towards removing discarded plastics from our oceans. Well, that is close to my heart. So I think we're going to have a little try of this and see what it tastes like. Protein. You know I'm training for the Great North Run. You know I'm really active. You know I'm 50. So I need to really, really look after my body and let it grow and let it heal. I'm not the skinniest person on the planet, as we well know. I'm not that flexible, that bendy, or that strong at the moment. I'm having to really work on things. So protein is vital for me. So I think I'm going to I've got the chocolate flavour, so I'm going to make myself a milkshake. Looks very rich. Good. It's got a sort of nuttiness to it. That's delish. I just recorded this whole video and there wasn't enough memory on the card, so it stopped recording after a minute. We were talking this morning about how when you wake up in the night, some of the practices, some of the things to do. I'm also going to share on here with you, I have on this channel, the Kriya to Conquer Sleep, which is an intense, all Kundalini yoga is intense, but it's a powerful Kriya, it's very intense, and it takes a bit of time. It takes like half hour, 40 minutes. So if you haven't got that time, then what you want to do is some more, just like be really present stretching. Just move your body intuitively. How does your body want to move? Just get really present and get with your body. Let it stretch out the day, let it stretch out any tensions, just a few minutes. That's all it's going to need, a few minutes. In a few weeks, I'm going to do I've got a morning energy Kriya, and we're going to do a nighttime Kriya, which will be a short, quick practice that will just, practical things you can do to stop your mind from motoring on about the next day, of course, is get it all out on paper. Journal, maybe do I hate the word, but a to-do list. Do what, things that are important for tomorrow. Get them out of your head, get them on paper. Maybe a little reflection over your day. And there's the usual stuff like a warm drink, a lavender pillow, lavender drops on your pillow. Turning down the lights, trying to avoid your phone and that blue light, and those kind of things. Something I always do, I always read a few pages of my Kindle or a few pages of a book before I go to sleep. It just helps to soothe me into a sleep place. And I'll often listen to some subliminal meditation or something, so you can listen to those meditations to help you as well, help you drift off to sleep. What's a really good practice is to actually forget about going to sleep and put the focus on rest. So even if you do what a lot of menopausal women do, is that we fall asleep quite easily. We fall asleep and then we wake up 20 minutes, half an hour later. When we come into that lighter version of sleep, we wake up and we can't get back into it. If when that happens, you can take the pressure off of going back to sleep and just enjoying nourishing rest. Resting the body, resting the mind. If we can make rest more important than sleep, then the body will still recharge. You will still feel, you'll still feel better. You'll still feel like you've had some rest. That's what the body needs to do. It needs to rest. Don't worry if the sleep isn't coming, okay? That is part of this time. The sleep is tricky. And I know that doesn't help when you've got to get up for work in the morning, and maybe you've got to get up with your children, or you've got to go to work, or you've got, your high functioning job and you've got to focus. I know that doesn't really help there. But the more you stay in a high state of tension from it, and the more cortisol your body's going to create, the less chance you are of getting any kind of nurturing, recharging. Because even if you are awake and tired, if you are resting and your body can rest and you can be present, then you will feel better. I'm going to share with you a breath practice now that's very, very good for calming your nervous system. And it will help at night if you can remember to do it. If you can try and keep your mind really focused. This is the thing, is when the mind wants to go off and do stuff. This is the hard thing, is bringing the mind back to come back to where you are, to come back to being with you, being present. And we talked about doing the yoga nidra earlier, feeling your toes, filling up the body, or feeling your hands, feeling your fingers, those kind of things. I want you to imagine that you are separating your lungs into 8 parts, 8 equal parts. And breathing in through the nose with a sniff, you're going to fill up each section. Then you're going to breathe out all of that oxygen and breath out through your mouth in one long, slow, deep exhale. Let your hands be on your knees down so that your hands are, you're grounding. And let us begin.
Now you're going to continue with that breath, but you're going to close your eyes and focus your eyes up to your third eye point, because this brings you to a point of clarity and quietens the chatty mind. Continue with the breath, eyes focused at your third eye chakra. Open your eyes. Notice how you feel. I'll also link below I will share the Career to Conquer Sleep, and also there's a meditation to drift off into deep sleep as well. I'm going to share those with you because you can always just pop those on some headphones and drift yourself off. But yeah, focus more on the build up and slowing things down from, you know, whatever time's good for you, maybe 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Just start to move a bit slower. Start to focus on going into that restful place of the day. Things like keeping the room, I might have mentioned this earlier and I'm so far repeating myself, but keeping your room cool, having maybe a little window open, letting some breath come through, sleeping in nice cotton and fresh sheets and being comfortable, and just doing everything, make everything about you being comfortable and a place of rest. Like as if every time you go to bed at night, you're going to a spa. It's all about pampering, nurturing, recharging, make it like a ritual and a beautiful pamper self-care thing, because that's what it is. It's exactly what it is. So don't underestimate, oh, I've got to go to sleep and sleep isn't coming. And also, if you're sharing the bed with somebody else, make them aware of how much of a challenge this time is. You can't help it, it's nobody's fault. You can do everything you can to make sure that you rest well. And you owe it to yourself to be honest with yourself and speak honestly with those about you as well. So your rest is important. Do not sacrifice it. Your rest is important. Even if you're not sleeping. Right. Good morning. I've been for a run today. Didn't enjoy it. Never do. Lift up, camera. Lift up. Lift up. Up here. Up here. Honestly. Come on, sort it out. Yeah, been for a run. It's still hard. I complain all the time. I've got now, 4 weeks? 4 weeks to the run. That's it. So, yeah. Now I'm going to have coffee, some breakfast. What have I got to do today? I've got a class. Got a class at noon. I need to do some editing. I need to do some emailing. I've got some phone calls to make as well about some schools that want me to go in and do yoga in September. So I need to phone those. And tonight I'm going out for dinner with my girlfriends. We are, hopefully, I have messaged them and suggested an Indian, a curry. There's this really lovely restaurant that's opened up near us that does Nepalese. So that's all what's happening today. The solar eclipse yesterday was rather lovely. Followed by, we laid outside last night watching the meteor showers. That was really good. Meteor shower. That was really lovely. Just laying there, so peaceful, and watching the shooting stars. And I did try and capture some video. We are stargazing we're like, what's his name? Who's this
Patrick
guy?
Moore.
Patrick Moore. It's literally just our voices. But yeah, so I'm going to make... Working in the dark, but in all seriousness, it's much cooler this way.
I'm just writing my newsletters. And I say newsletters because I write 2 a week. I write one for yoga for menopause, and I write one about yoga for children. So, and they are always brilliant. Like, I put so much love into them, and they're always full of like really interesting information, and I research it and stuff, and also ways to help and support you and support your children. So, if you want to receive my newsletters, it's not spam. It's just once a week. Sometimes more if I've got something important to say, and sometimes not at all if I'm having a busy week. But if you're interested, then I'll put the links below to subscribe to my newsletters, or if you want to, just comment and I'll send it to you directly. And come and join the community. It'd be lovely to have you there.
Chemical structure of the blood, it oxygenates the blood, so it works deeply. Okay, we're going to be using mantra because the reason that we chant is because it creates a vibration in the body. With some Sufi grinds, so circling round with your heart and stretch into life nerve. This, just relax for a second. Breath of fire is a powerful breath. You're lifting up through the upper chest and the head is lifted. Lift your right knee off the floor, then you can, or you can let it rest. Knee, squeeze the root lock, project out through the third eye, hold yourself up, so raising with great control. We are at Donington Park because Charlie has a skid experience. This is him.
Not skidding yet, no.
Doing skids. We're talking skids today.
Not skid marks, but skids.
Just the skids.
Right guys, well, a quick debrief. Go back.
How was that?
Sweating a bit.
Enjoy it?
Alright, yeah.